YouTube, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Trey Mace with Famous Mason Sports. We back at it again with another one. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff for the algorithm, man. Let's get right into this NFC and AFC Championship. The NFC Championship, do I even have to say anything? The Eagles whooped their ass. When I say whoop their ass, they put their belt to their ass. Them boys didn't even have a chance. And I wanted the Redskins / Commanders to win. I really did, man. I wanted Jaden Daniels to ball out. I wanted them to go crazy. But they just didn't. They couldn't do it. Not against the Eagles, man. The Eagles' defensive line was feasting. The Washington Commanders had no run game whatsoever. They contained Jaden Daniels pretty well, if I'm being honest. They wasn't letting him get out the pocket and run for 35, 40 yards. They kept him pretty contained. The passing lanes weren't there for Jaden Daniels. I'm not blaming this on Jaden Daniels at all. I still think he played okay. But the Eagles defense, man, they really show why they one of the top defense in the NFL. No doubt about it. They did their thing. Jalen Carter went crazy. He's nice, bro. It's not much more we can say about that. That kid is a monster. He's big as hell. He eats offensive linemen for dinner, and that's what they did. Their whole defensive line ate, and their offensive line ate. I mean, the Eagles' offensive line is crazy good. Them boys is nice as fuck, bro. They open up holes for Saquon to hit, and even when there's no holes for Saquon to hit, he finds his way into the end zone some way, somehow. I remember one play, they stacked the box on Saquon. He just ran right outside, right outside for a tub. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? This guy is really like that? Man, his feet be moving so goddamn fast. For a man to be that big, what is he, 230, 240? To move that fast is absolutely crazy, man. He's been breaking off big runs this whole postseason. So I got to give the Eagles credit, man. Their offense is just coming to life. And Jalen Hurts, he actually played a lot better this game than I think he did last game. I still think he's a game manager, but man, he makes throws when they need to be made. I cannot lie. He hit A.J. Brown a few times. He had Devontae Smith, Dallas Goddard, I think is his name, man. Them boys was eating, dog. That wide receiver core is no joke, whatsoever. Kevin Gainwell is a good secondary back to bring in. And them boys ate up, man. Let's get into these numbers. Saquon had 15 carries for 118. What are we doing? Had a 60-yard run. I mean, this guy's just explosive, bro. He's the best back in the league. He shouldn't have wasted all them years with the New York Giants. That really hurt his career, even though he's had a great career up to this point. But if he wasn't with the Giants, if he was with a great team, let's say the Cowboys back when their offensive line was balling out, back when Tyron Smith was still doing his thing and stuff like that. Imagine the numbers he would have. Imagine the numbers he would have if he was on, I don't know, the Patriots when they was balling and they had a great offensive line. If he just had a great offensive line to run behind this whole time instead of having to create his own holes in New York, man, that dude would be first ballot Hall of Famer. He still has a chance to make it to the Hall, honestly. He's just that nice, man. He added a whole dimension to this offense. Now you can't just stack the box against them. Because if you do that, then Jalen Hurts could hurt you. He could get outside and he could scramble for some yards. If you stack the box, Saquon is still going to get yards. It doesn't matter how many people you put in the box. This guy is not scared to run at anybody. He runs at 8 people in the box and still gets yards. It's crazy to me, man. Saquon is really nice. And that threat of Jalen Hurts, he got to hand it off or pull it out, that RPO, it's crazy, man. The Eagles, they've done their thing. I'm not going to sit here and cap to y'all, bro. The Eagles have done their goddamn thing. Let's look. Jalen Hurts was 20 of 28. Very efficient. 1 touchdown. 0 interceptions. With a QBR 110 rating. That's crazy. If he keeps playing like that, man, he might fuck around and win the Super Bowl. I got to keep it 100, man. And Jaden Daniels, he was 29 of 48. 225 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But man, he out there playing his heart out, bro. He just trying to get his team into the Super Bowl. He tried to put them on his back, and it just wasn't happening. Brian Robinson didn't do shit. He had 11 carries for 36 yards. That's not going to get it done. Austin Eckler had 8 carries for 15 yards. That's not going to get it done. Even their best receiver, Terry McLaurin, he only had 3 receptions for 51 yards. It's just not going to get it done. It's not. Zach Ertz went crazy, though. He had 11 receptions for 104 yards. But a lot of that shit came in garbage time, man. Let's keep it 100, bro. The Eagles just was a better team overall coming into this game. I thought the Commanders had a chance because after what we seen them do last week, it's like to a Lions team that was more talented, we was like, man, they could pull it out. But the Eagles, they weren't having that shit, bro. A.J. Brown had 6 receptions, 96 yards. Dallas Goedert had 7 receptions, 85 yards. And Devontae Smith had 4 receptions, 45 yards. Like, that's just a team effort, dog. Like, when you have that many receivers pitching in, then you have a crazy great run game, it's going to be hard to stop. Point blank period, man. So I'm going to give a shout out to the Eagles. They ended up beating the Commanders 55-23. Them boys put up 55 points, man. Damn. In an NFL game. Playoff game. NFC Championship. That's crazy. Like, I don't care who you playing. Like, that's some crazy stuff, dog. So, shout outs to them. They did their thing. We're not going to spend too much time on that game, even though we already have. Let's move on to the AFC Championship. Now, this game pissed me off more than any motherfucking game has ever pissed me off. I'm a Charger fan. Y'all know that. So, to see the Chiefs just keep getting all these favorable-ass calls, what does the NFL want? Like, they really want the Chiefs to win every single damn year? Do they not know that's going to drive fans away? Do they not know no one wants to see the Chiefs win anymore? Everyone hates their ass? What don't they get? To just keep consecutive after game after game after game giving the Chiefs favorable calls. Has there ever been, let me ask you guys a question. Has there ever been a game the Chiefs have played in and y'all like, damn, the Chiefs got holed by the refs? Damn, the refs are the reason the Chiefs lost this game. I'll answer that for you. No. Every call that's close or controversial goes against the Chiefs. It doesn't, if your team is playing them, don't even show up. What's the fucking point? The refs are giving these guys the game in and game out. They did it in the regular season. They did it versus Houston. And now they're doing it versus the Bills. The Bills had a solid chance to win this game. More than solid, if you ask me. You guys telling me Josh Allen doesn't get this 4th and 1? You gonna sit here and tell me that to my face? You gonna sit here and tell me to my face that Xavier Worthy caught that football? When the dude had no possession of it whatsoever before it hit the ground? Is that what the fuck we're doing now, NFL? Just whatever can help the Chiefs, let's just give it to them? Man, that shit is crazy, dog. And I know I'm a Charger fan. Y'all might say I'm hating or whatever. But it's fans from all over that were calling this shit out. I seen Steeler fans calling this shit out. I seen Detroit Lions fans calling this shit out on Twitter, man. We can't all just be crazy. I've been watching football for 25 years. I've never seen no shit like this, man. I haven't. Not even for Tom Brady in New England. This is getting ridiculous, dog. I don't know what the fuck the refs out here are doing, but they need to be held accountable for this bullshit. Like, this is just straight bullshit, my guy. I feel bad for Josh Allen. Even if Lamar would have made it to this game, they would have did the same fucking thing. They're not letting no AFC quarterback beat this man. It makes zero sense. And I see people arguing, well, they had the chance to win the game at the end. First of all, Josh Allen balled the fuck out. And he threw that ball to Dalton Kincaid. That shit hit him right in his motherfucking arm and bounced out. Like, come on now. Let's not do that. And second of all, a game doesn't come down to one fucking drive. What about the drive before that? They could have still been driving. They could have wasted more time off the clock if they would have called the correct call on the goddamn field. You telling me he didn't get that yard? Is that what y'all sitting here telling me? Man, it's sick, dog. It's really sick, man. I don't like what the fuck they got going on. The NFL, they need to be held accountable for this shit, dog. We get you want Taylor Swift and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl every year is good for ratings. Bro, the ratings are going to crash, dog. I'm telling you. I'm not watching the Super Bowl this year. I'm not. I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all. I'll watch the game like maybe a few days after it's over, so y'all might not get no Super Bowl reaction from me the next day like you are getting the next day for this AFC Championship. But it's just sick, man. Like, it really is. We got to do better as the NFL. That's why the NFL is declining. That's why it's not as popular as it was. That's why Pro Bowl is trash. The whole sport is just going to shit, man. Just like the NBA. They playing favoritism, dog. Josh Allen, he did what he could. He was 22 of 34, 237 yards, 2 TDs, and 0 interceptions, dog. Against a Spagnolio defense. And I got to give credit to Spag. He do his thing on the defensive side of the ball. He does. But, man, the Bills played well enough to win this game. James Cook had 13 carries for 85 yards. No, that's not no crazy stat, but it's enough to win, man. Anybody watching that game knows the Bills should have probably pulled that game out. But when you're playing against Patrick Mahomes and the fucking refs, what can you do? When calls don't go your way, what can you do? It's going to be a tight game. It's an AFC Championship. It's not going to be one team just dominating the other like we seen in the NFC Championship, man. The AFC is way tougher than the NFC. We all know this. It's way better quarterbacks in the AFC than there are in the NFC. Like, we got to get this shit together, man. The NFL is really a dying product with this shit, dog. Patrick Mahomes, 18 of 26, 245 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interception. And this man gets all the fucking praise in the world. I don't hear nobody saying the defense did a good job. Nothing. It's crazy. The receivers, none of the receivers went crazy. It was a group effort. You know what I'm saying? Xavier Worthy had the best day. But, like, come on, y'all. We got to keep it 100, man. This shit is just not it, bro. These calls that are going against other teams that play Kansas City, it's just not fair. C.J. Stroud said it after they lost to Kansas City. A few of them Texans boys said it like, man, we know what it is playing against them, going in their building. They already know the NFL favors them, the refs favor them. The call that really blew me was that Xavier Worthy shit. Like, this dude had nowhere near close to possession of the ball. The shit hits the ground, and you motherfuckers talking about catch. Like, what are we doing? National Football League, I hope y'all see this, man. This shit is pathetic, dog. Like, come on, man. That was the worst AFC Championship game I've ever seen. Worst officiating ever, dog. And yeah, the Bills probably got some calls that didn't go, that the refs didn't catch, right? But were they pivotal calls that changed the fucking game? No! They weren't. Those calls that were made against the Bills were pivotal, man. Fourth quarter. And that Xavier Worthy catch, they wouldn't have even been close. They still would have been at midfield, but instead the ball was on the fucking 2-yard line. Like, come on, y'all. I hope y'all seeing what I'm seeing, man. Terrible way to end the fucking football week, man. Like, terrible. Now we got the Eagles and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And the Eagles don't stand a chance in hell. I'm sorry, Eagle fans. Y'all think y'all gonna go in there and just beat Kansas City and stop the 3? It's not happening, my guy. It's not. I'm damn near willing to bet every stock I own, my whole motherfucking house on that shit, boy. It's not going down. They're not letting nobody beat Patrick Mahomes, man. Like, it's set in stone. They want who they want to win. I'm sorry if that hurts to hear, Eagles fans, but it is what it is, man. They ended up winning 32-29. Most fraudulent win ever. Let me know what y'all think. Kansas City ass as fuck, if you ask me. They're not a great team. But when you got the refs on your side, how can you lose? Truly, unless you get blown out and the refs can't say nothing about that. But the Chiefs are not that bad. They have a great defense over there as well. You feel me? But the calls keep going the opposite way every single time. So when you play them, just know the calls that you want to get or you're hoping to get, you're not going to get. It sucks, man. It really does. Let me know what you guys think about the AFC and NFC Championship. Do you guys think the right teams deserve to win that one? Or do you guys think the NFL is up to something? They got something up their sleeve, man. It's just, it don't sit right with me, man. These calls they making and how they going about this shit, man. It really doesn't. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on the channel. We appreciate it, man, on the video. Much love. It's your boy Trey Mace with Famous Mason Sports. And we out, man. Peace.